Hello, tarot fans. It's Samantha with Dreaming Angel, and I'm very excited to be sharing with you today the Star Tarot by Cathy McClelland. This project has been in the works for quite some time. I myself have been looking forward to it for over 2 years now. I'm just over the moon with Cathy's artwork, and I'm just grateful that she decided to create a tarot deck with it. If you are into the native shaman, fairies, chakras, astrology, the archangels, any of those things, you're going to find something that you resonate with in this tarot deck. I feel that Cathy created this especially for me, but no, she created it for everyone. And I'll go ahead and get into the review and show you what I mean. Now the deck comes in this wonderful box, pretty sturdy, very beautiful artwork on the outside. This is actually the World card. It opens with a magnetic closure, and on the inside flap you can see a picture of Cathy painting on a very large canvas. And this picture gives you an appreciation for how much work, dedication, and detail is contained into each and every card. This is a hand-painted art. It's not photo manipulated. And as an artist myself, I can appreciate that. Now the box is big enough to house this very wonderful, meaty 200-page accompanying guidebook. I'll show you a little bit about the guidebook. The great thing about having the artist and the author being the same person is that Cathy's done a very wonderful thing for us, and she's called out the symbolism in each and every card in bold print and gives a description of each. Now, I have tarot decks with accompanying guidebooks that don't even mention the artwork. So having her describe each and every symbol is wonderful. Like I said, 200 pages. She's dedicated at least 2 pages, sometimes 3, to each card. So getting a lot of value there. Now on to the cards and the artwork. Now on the backing there is an 8-pointed star, and Cathy says this star represents as above, so below, and you'll see that theme and stars throughout the deck. I think on each and every card there are stars in some form or fashion. The size of the cards, they're what I call oracle size, but they're very comfortable for shuffling. I have small hands and I find them comfortable. Glossy laminated finish, pretty sturdy. What I am disappointed about is the large border. Especially with the amount of detail that Cathy has put in each and every painting, I would have liked to have seen the artwork fill the actual card. But that's not what we got. The opening for the artwork is about standard size for a tarot card. So I just think they could have used the space a little bit better than that. I will be trimming this deck, and since it's not gilded, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. Here we have the Fool. Quite a different Fool than what we're used to seeing. The Magician. The High Priestess. She's got a spider web indicating the veil. Here's the Empress, and there's a fairy hiding here at the feet of the Empress. Now throughout the cards you'll have to look for those fairies, which I think is so much fun, and it's just true to what the fairies are. We have to look for them. They're not easy to find. They don't show themselves to everyone, so I think that's ultra cute. Here in the Hierophant, we have a shaman who's not pointing to a rule book or a guidebook, but rather a labyrinth representing the spiritual journey. And what he's saying is that the pathway to growth and expansion is to get in touch with yourself on your journey. And I just think that's so different than the traditional Hierophant. But he's wearing the breastplate of Aaron. So she's woven Christian symbolism in here as well. The Lovers, very Rider-Waite Smithy. So is the Chariot. Strength. One thing I'd like to mention about this Strength card is this woman is holding a snake by the head. Won't catch me doing that. The Hermit, very Rider-Waite Smith. I love the Wheel of Fortune. Love this. What you see is North American, Native American medicine wheel with that 8-pointed star in the middle and the 4 archangels surrounding Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael, and Michael. It's just awesome. Justice. Very Rider-Waite Smith, but you're going to see the pictures are going to be outside in nature. So very much a deck dedicated to nature. The Hanged One. I love this. I always felt like the Hanged Man looked like he was in a yoga pose, and that's exactly how she drew him, because of course we get yoga from the Indian culture. Death. I love that death is represented here with the phoenix rising from the ashes. That's beautiful symbolism. I like that she calls it death. I like that she stayed true to the Rider-Waite system, which is another reason, along with the fact that it comes with a meaty guidebook, that I think this deck would be great for a beginner as well as the seasoned tarot reader. The Devil. Now, while I really don't like this critter, and I think he looks very much like the Rider-Waite Smith version with the bat wings, I'm very glad that she didn't call it ego. She kept true with the system. If you're using a deck that calls the devil ego, I don't think that's an accurate representation of what that spirit actually is. The Tower. It's a volcano. Again, like I said, she's related everything to nature. The Star card. Again, here are the chakras depicted in 7 butterflies that surround the Star card. The Moon card. At first glance, the Moon card looks like it's very Rider-Waite Smith. But if you'll pay close attention, you'll see that Cathy has added and enhanced the Moon card. Of course, you have the columns, the 2 columns, the full moon, and the black and white wolf, even the lobster coming up. But if you'll notice, there are 2 crows screeching and a mountain with a little pathway on it. And I wanted to read to you what the guidebook has to say about that, just to give you an indication of how much information she's sharing with us about the native cultures. In Native American tradition, Wolf is the teacher, but also the guide to the sacred mountain, where there is a great medicine lake in which all the world is reflected. Isn't that perfect for the Moon card? And she mentions the ravens, that they are calling to the primordial self to wake up. Indeed, that's what the Moon card is all about. Very beautiful. And there are decks out there that are dedicated to Native studies. They are few and far between, and they're not all that pretty to look at. Here's another card, Judgment, that's Native. Beautiful there with the eagle and the bear. And then the World card. We see that on the book cover and the box. The Ace of Wands. Now, this is where I'm saying this is very trimmable. We know this is the Ace of Wands. We really don't need the keyword. Sort of a little pippish. The Four of Wands. This is a really neat card. Again, we've got the 2 little fairies hiding at the top. You really have to look for them. They're wearing headdresses to look just like the sunflowers. So very cute. The 5 of Wands. Love it. the Six of Wands, actually being able to touch that star you were wishing upon, reaching your goals. Great way to depict that one. Seven of Wands, calling in that energy. Eight of Wands, lots of energy depicted there. 9 and 10 of Wands. I'm going to stop there for a moment because that is just an extraordinary image here with the 10 of Wands. Very creative. The symmetry I love, but with the expression on the guy's face and the bear kind of gripping his shoulders, you do get the connotation there with the 10 of Wands. Prince of Wands with the lion and the sun. Again, you wouldn't lose anything if you trimmed this deck. There's the Queen of Wands. There are stars on the Panther. I'm telling you, there's a star in every single card. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, very Rider-Waite-Smith here. And then we come to the Four of Cups, and we see something a little different. Again, another nod to the Indian culture and the chakra system. A beautiful way to convey that. The chakras, again, are depicted here in the butterflies on this rainbow. I don't think I've seen many Five of Cups with a rainbow. Very positive deck. Six of Cups with the little children riding a unicorn. You just get the feeling of the carefree childhood. It really comes through, and I like how it parallels the Six of Wands. Seven of Cups. 7 is a magic number. It's a spiritual number. So I love the way that she's put the dove in this one, and you see a little square and the triangle at the top. 4 and 3, 7. Eight of Cups. Looks like this creature is underwater and rising up to the surface, reaching for the stars. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Princess. Again, you get the water symbols. You see fish and dolphins. No question about who these court cards are representing. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Looks a little pippish. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just that Cathy has me expecting so much more with all the other artwork. 3 of Pentacles. Wow. 4 of Pentacles. I get the 4. I'll have to read a little bit more on the symbolism. I'm a dream interpreter, so I love the swans. 5 of Pentacles. Very Rider-Waite-Smith-ish. Ooh, here's another card that I absolutely fell in love with. 6 of Pentacles with the white buffalo calf woman offering the sacred pipe. So you get the connotation of what the 6 of Pentacles is about. Sharing, giving, and offering. 7 of Pentacles in the field, surrounded by all the growth. 8 of Pentacles. Love it. So you have the lunar cycle represented here. And the 8-pointed star in the center. As above, so below. You get that feeling with the hands coming down from heaven. 9 of Pentacles. Reminds you of a very powerful woman there with the black cat, black leopard. And 10 of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles, and there are some more fairies. Got to be on the lookout for those guys. I love the Knight of Pentacles with the prayer feathers hanging from the tree limbs. His shield looks a little bit like, looks like kind of Celtic. I think the Queen of Pentacles, you guys, is my favorite court card. There is so much detail, so much rich symbolism here, and you just really get, you just really get the feeling of the Queen of Pentacles, and there's a little fairy tugging at her and one hiding behind her arm. Of course, the Queen of Pentacles would be surrounded by fairies. King. And then Ace of Swords, which is my very favorite card in the entire tarot deck. And when I'm shopping for a deck, I want to see an Ace of Swords that's upright. Two of Swords, although Cathy talks about in the foreword of her book that she really didn't intend for these to be read in reversals. Here's an image that you can reverse. Super cool, huh? Three of Swords. Love this one. Four of Swords. You have a brave who's taking rest here with the hibernating bears. It really conveys the Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Cathy's gone out on a limb here, I think, and put a cross in a tarot deck. But I love it. You know, I subscribe to a basic Christian belief system, and I love that she was brave enough to do that. I appreciate it. Here's a nod to the Inuit culture in the Six of Swords with a little Eskimo in a boat. Now, if Seven of Swords won't make you buy this deck, I don't know, guys. That's beautiful. Eight of Swords with the eagle. Nine of Swords, very Rider-Waite Smith. 10 of Swords. Kind of have a native brave. Looks like he's pinned to a cross. Kind of reminds me of Jesus. Of course, she doesn't say that in the guidebook. Prince of Swords. But if you look at the figures, she could easily pass for female. So I appreciate that, even though it's a male energy card. Knight of Swords. Very Rider-Waite Smithish. Queen of Swords. The eagle there. And last one with the King of Swords. So I absolutely love this deck. Like I said, there's not enough on the market in the way of tarot and oracle that really represents the native culture, Native American to be specific. I'm disappointed with what I see, but with what Cathy has done, I'm very pleased, and I know that this deck will be a working deck for me always. Yeah, and I hope that you appreciate it as much as I do. How to get it? Well, although this deck released on August the 15th, there was a little snafu in getting enough product to market, and it's temporarily out of stock on Amazon. You can get it directly from the artists, and I'll link that down below, as well as an interview with Cathy. So I'll try to get you as much information as I can. And yeah, so I definitely recommend it. I think this is going to be an awesome deck, and I can't wait to start reading with it. All right, thank you guys for watching.